So this is our pump, and how do we know if the pump is working or not? So there's a few different ways you can test if the pump is working. So by touch, let's touch right here, it's hot. And if I touch on this side, it's cold. Would you believe me if I say that? Yes? No, don't believe me. Let me show you. So I have here on this side, on the right side is 50 degrees. Oh, that's, hold on. Okay, that's Fahrenheit. So on my right, the supply is 123, and on the other side is 87. So that tells me that there is no flow. The water is stopping somewhere here and it's not going that way. It might be the impeller, it might be the motor. So that's one way to know. Now another way to know is, let's measure amps. So according to this pump, it should be anything between 0.55 and 0.75. So speed number 1 is 0.55 and 3 is 0.75. So it's 0.46. It's hard to see, but it's 0.46. So the motor is working because it's drawing the right amps, but maybe the impeller is shot and it's not allowing the water to go past this side, and the pump feels hot, so it's probably struggling, but it cannot move. So, and now you know, if you go here, your pump, your zone valves are calling for heat, and the relay is opening, so there are 120 volts from this relay box to the pump. So let's measure now on the pump to see if we have 120 volts. So I have 122. So the right voltage is going to the pump, but the water is not circulating. So let's replace the pump. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna shut the power off. We're gonna isolate the pump. So lucky for me, I have this one here, and then up here I have another one. And that way, when I open up here, it's only maybe a quarter of a gallon that is gonna be wasted or being out of the system, which is no big deal. So we're gonna remove these bolts, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna remove the power first, and then the bolts, and then replace it. We're gonna remove the electric wire. And now we're gonna remove this. You need 2 open-end wrenches. Now remember, water is gonna pour out of here, so just be ready to move. So remove all the 4 bolts. So I break the seals and I drain more water out. I'm gonna use a screwdriver just to pry it open. You see the water? It's not that much water. There you go. So I'm putting the rubber seals here, one on each side. Make sure this is clean, not bad. And you're gonna put the pump, make sure that it has an arrow here. And remember, we want the water to go that way, so the arrow, you don't see it here, it's going that way, but I wanna turn it so it's gonna go that way. So make sure the direction, you get the direction right. You have to make sure that the rubber seal, it's where it's supposed to go. The flange has an indentation like a canal, and the seal goes there, so it seems like it's okay. Okay, so just make sure they're all tight. Okay, now we're gonna do and then you have L for line, N for neutral. Okay, it seems like we got it. So I'm gonna turn my water back on. I'm gonna turn the power back on. Now we're gonna measure the temperature before and after. And I can hear the pump pumping. So that's another thing. Can you hear it pumping? You hear it? I can hear it. So that's a good sign. So I turn my boilers on. My relay, my zone valves are calling for heat. This is pump 1 and pump 2. So now I touch it and it's getting warmer, and this is warm too. And I know that you don't believe me, so I had to bring my testers to show you. So this is 116 and the other one is 119. So that tells me that now the water is passing through and the pump is working and is pumping away. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much. I hope you like this video. If you benefit, please subscribe. You know how it works. Subscribe and give me a like. Thank you much. See you next video.